What up, you guys? It's your girl Jasmine, and it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful, happy, prosperous Christmas day filled with love and spending time with your friends and family. I'm going to be going to my mother's house today, so I'm super excited. She made me some vegan meals, so I'm excited to see how they taste because she's not vegan, so I don't know if they're going to taste good or not, but I'm definitely going to go over there and try, and definitely want to give her a round of applause for trying, right? So, okay, today what I wanted to talk to you guys, since it's our fresh out of the bed chit chat talk. Well, before we get into that, you guys, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment. Let's get the algorithm, and you guys, the more that y'all interact with my videos, the more YouTube is going to show this video to more and more people. So let's go ahead and get the thumbs up and leave a comment down below because y'all know y'all gonna like the video anyway, so why not? All right, so okay. Fresh out the bed chit chat. Since we're going into the new year, I've been doing like a lot of New Year's videos, and this one I wanted to do is basically trying to figure out if the people around you are really your true friends. I think a lot of times as women, like, at least for myself, I say a lot of times like talking to everybody, but for me especially, we like to see the good in people. We always give people the benefit of the doubt, and sometimes you can't do that. Like sometimes you can, but most of the time you really can't. And I feel like we need to talk about that so that when we go into this new year, we're only dealing with people who are for us and not against us. So one of the things that I learned in my journey of being an entrepreneur and just kind of awakening, I guess, and really learning who I am is that a lot of times women are very insecure, and when they see someone who's doing quote unquote better than them, whether it's financially, spiritually, like physically, like anything, it's not necessarily just about money, but seeing someone who's doing better than them, maybe you bought a house, maybe you just got married, whatever the case may be, it tends to bring out a lot of envy in people, especially people who are insecure, which is a lot of women. And sometimes you think people are your friends, but they're not really your friends. And I didn't realize until later on down the line that the signs were always there that someone wasn't really my friend. But because I didn't know any better, I didn't recognize it. So I feel like if I had known these things sooner rather than later, I could have ended the friendships, air quotes on friendships. I could have ended those friendships so much sooner, and it wouldn't have nearly broke my heart as it did when things kind of just like spiraled out of control. So the first thing I can say is if the female or the male, whoever, if they're not pouring into you like you pour into them, then they're not really your true friends. What do I mean by pouring into you? Meaning they're supporting you, meaning that they're there for you emotionally. Like if you need a shoulder to cry on, if you need someone to talk to, they're there. A lot of times in my experience, I would always be there for somebody else, but when it was time for me to call you because I had a problem, they wouldn't answer the phone, nor would they call me back. And when we started talking again, they would act like they didn't even know that I called. That's not pouring into someone. If you have a business idea, or let's say you want to get a degree or whatever it is that you're trying to do, and you tell that person like, yeah, I want to do this and I'm gonna do this, and they just kind of be like, or oh, okay, and then change the subject, that's not pouring into you. A real friend's gonna be like, yeah, girl, like what you need me to do? Like, I got you. You want me to do this? You want me to do this? Like, I know for a fact you can do it because you're great. That's pouring into you. That's supporting you. That's motivating you. If they're not doing that, y'all, they're not your real friends. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like, friends should support friends. If you're starting a YouTube channel and they don't even follow you or subscribe to your YouTube channel, they're not your real friends. Like, I don't care what people say. That is not a true friend of yours, because a true friend of yours is going to support you till the wheels fall the freak off. Okay, so that's number one. The second thing that I could say is if someone's really your friend or not, is they're not always asking you for stuff. People like to use people, and I understand that sometimes people may need help from time to time, but if you're always the one giving, and again, it's not always about money, but if you're always the one giving and they're never returning, that's a red flag that that's not really your friend. You might always be giving gifts to their kids. You might always be giving rides. You might always be giving money. You might always be giving energy, y'all. Energy is, I don't feel like people talk about energy enough, but a lot of times people are using you for your energy. If you're always happy, if you're always smiling, if you're always just looking your best and feeling your best, people who don't feel like that, people who are insecure, they will try to use you for your energy because they want some and you have it. Okay. So they'll try to bring your energy down. They'll try to make you feel bad about yourself. They'll try to lower your self-esteem, your self-worth. That's using you for your energy, because when they do that, now they feel higher for the time being. It never lasts, but I'm just saying they feel higher. Okay. So that's what I mean by people using you. At the end of the day, I feel like a friendship is supposed to be an even and equal exchange. If you're always supporting someone, if you're always rooting them on, and they're not rooting you on, they're not supporting you, that's not your real friend, girl. Like, I'm sorry. And I know it sucks because sometimes you don't realize this stuff about people right away, and then it comes out later on in life, like maybe years and years and years after the friendship has been around. And it's just kind of like, wow, they were actually always like this. Yeah. The problem was you just didn't recognize it. But that's okay, because I'm here. I got you. I'm telling you, because I didn't recognize the shit either. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of times you're not going to recognize it. It just is what it is. It doesn't mean you're stupid or whatever. It just means that you didn't know. But I'm here to tell you so you know. Okay. I'm here to tell you so you know. The next thing I could say is if someone is really your friend, they're not going to talk shit to you. I don't care what kind of argument you have. I don't care what y'all are arguing about. Someone who's really for you, they're not going to call you names. They're not going to talk shit about things that you told them in confidence. They're not going to talk about you to other people. They're not going to do any of that. People who do that shit, they're not your friend. They're miserable ass people. I'm here to tell you. And I feel like us being the age that we are, like, we are not 12. Why are we name calling? Like, who does that? Like, when people name call, it just shows how low they think of themselves. Like, that really shows you how insecure that person is. And it's crazy because sometimes the most prettiest people are the most insecure. Like, that's crazy. Like, that really be happening. But when y'all are arguing, you guys should be able to have a healthy argument and still get your point across. Now, I'm not saying that y'all might not yell at each other. Like, some people are really like sisters, but to be name calling, to be talking shit about a situation that you told them about in confidence and they throwing it in your face, girl, that is not your fucking friend. I don't care how mad they are. That is not your friend, because a real friend of yours wouldn't even think to do that. That wouldn't even be a thought process in their head to do that. Oh, let me call her a whore because I'm mad. Like, what? What are we, 12? I'm telling you, that is not your friend. That is not your friend. You need to stay far away from those people. And again, it just goes back to they don't respect you. You can't be friends with someone who doesn't respect you, because if someone really respected you, they wouldn't do that. Think about someone that you respect the most. Would you ever think to call them outside of their name? No, because you have respect for them. You have love for them. So you would never even think to do that. People who think to do that, they don't respect you. They're showing you that they don't freaking respect you. So then therefore, they're not a real friend of yours. So you need to let them go. We going into a whole new year. You don't need to be bringing this toxic, petty-ish with you into 2024. And I learned the hard way. Like, I lost a good amount of friends along the way. I never had a lot of friends in the first place. I've always been like introverted, but the few friends that I thought I had, I lost them all along the way. And reflecting back on situations and what happened and why we couldn't fix the friendship in the first place was because they were never really my friends. And that's the last thing I could say for you guys. If someone's really your friend, you can still have disagreements and they're still going to be around. You can't get rid of a true friend. You get what I'm saying? People would do stuff to me, or they would be the reason that we argued. And then when I would try to fix it and make it better, they didn't even want to be my friend anymore. That's how you know that person's not really your friend, because a true friend, you can't get rid of them. You can't get rid of them. Now, I'm not saying like if you sleep with someone's husband, like who's going to talk to you again? Like, that's totally different. But a lot of the stuff that people be arguing about be petty stuff that you could get over. And the fact that they don't even want to fix it, or that you ended the benefit that they were getting from you, like you realized that they were using you for this, and you end that, but you're like, we can still be friends, and they don't want to be friends with you anymore, is because they were never your friend in the first place. True friends you can't get rid of. True friends you can have arguments and disagreements with and still be good tomorrow. Shit, with me, we can be good in about 3 or 4 hours. Let me just calm down real quick, and I'll talk to you in about 4 or 5 hours. We'll be right back to normal. Or shit, even a week or two, maybe a month. But at the end of the day, like, they still your friend. Y'all, and the friendship isn't ending. If the friendship can end over something petty, y'all weren't really friends in the first place. And 9 times out of 10, they were using you for something, or they wanted something from you. I'm just keeping it 100. I mean, to each his own, but that's just what I really think. And I feel like, especially like if you come from a small family, or if you didn't grow up around a whole bunch of people like me, you don't know a lot of stuff about people until you get around people. I knew how to deal with my mom and my brother and my grandma because that's what I grew up around. I didn't grow up around a whole bunch of aunties and cousins, and I didn't have any of that. So therefore, I didn't know a lot about people when I was younger. I didn't know that a lot of people are envious. I didn't know that a lot of people are really only out for themselves. I didn't know that. Like, I always saw the positive in people, like always. I always would give people the benefit of the doubt. I was just very, very naive, very, very, very sheltered. And it wasn't until my late 20s, early 30s when I started to see people for who they really were. So yes, I was late to the party. Some people already be knowing this shit. Some people, it's like, duh, you didn't know that? No, girl, I did not know that. I did not know. I was late to the party, but now I see stuff for what it is. I get it now. I'm good. And now moving forward, I'm only interested in friendships where we can pour into each other equally. It's an even exchange. It's never me doing more than the other person. I'm done with those type of relationships. I'm not doing that in 2024. If you can't pour into me like I pour into you, then please stay far the freak away from me. I don't want shit to do with you. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching this morning's Fresh Out of Bed Chit Chat. Also, you guys, I have a lot of free guides. They're going to be floating around here, the link. Make sure y'all click on that. I added some new ones. Lots of free stuff. How to lose 10 pounds in 30 days, a 4-week exercise guide. I have some meal plans. I have a vegan meal plan and a meal plan for meat/dairy eaters. I also added a recipe guide for you guys, for those of y'all who are looking to eat healthy, but you're not too sure what kind of things to eat. So make sure you guys check out the link that's going to be floating up there. There's also a link down in the description where all of those guides will be. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.